Everyone, I am here to be nosy, and today I would want to ask that do we see Chris Brown going to jail for assaulting Rihanna, or let's say if anything else that can land him in a prison? Do we see that for Chris Brown? Do we see that he can go to jail? Okay. More card here. Okay. So, I would say no, I don't see him going to a jail at all. Rather, even let's say if I consider the assault for Rihanna, this card shows that things had gotten really serious back then. But this card does show that maybe if it's not out there in media, this card shows that he got away with it. Like he used money to get away with it. Let's say if I was some officer or I was in some police department, then this card shows that he had the kind of sources that utilized his money. He had the kind of connections that got him out, but of course him getting out had a cost. Or let's say even in the times to come, if something happens, and this card does show that he has the kind of contacts or the kind of money that can get him out of trouble and kind of make him, even let's say make him have something that is too small, or let's say completely go without any charges. But he, with this card, is not going to go to jail. Even with this card, I do see that he would not go to jail even in the case of Rihanna, because he would end up pulling a lot of strings. And this card does show that even in terms of officers, people who would be in charge, they would be little corrupt or corrupt in general. That if let's say he or other people would pull the strings, then he, even though let's say he was supposed to go, he was meant to go, he can end up not going at all. Let's say the public can get really irritated, or let's say even certain people in law who are not corrupt, or people who really want justice for anything, whether it was Rihanna's case or if anything comes in the future. This card shows that who would have power over the scenario? It would be him, his connections, and people who can pull strings and get him out of the situation as well. And this card does also show that no matter how he is, he has made really good, great connections, and so much so that those are the connections that not only Chris would get the help from, those connections have been the connections that he has helped them as well in, let's say, in their times of need. Let's say I was some person, I needed something, he helped me, or he got that arranged for me by him pulling the strings on certain things. So it's like there would be so many times that he would have return of favor that will kind of save his ass in a way. And with this card as well, this card shows that he will get away. Even like the worst part is that this card being here kind of shows that, let's say god forbid, let's say in the past it would have not been an assault and he would have killed her, just hypothetically. Then also this card says that even let's say killing her or hypothetical murder would have happened, he would have still gotten away with it, like completely gotten away with, without even having any bit of consequences to pay. Because this is the kind of card that shows that he would have or would get away with murder, especially because he himself is very smart, he is very manipulative. Apart from the things that, like, using his money, using his connection, this is the kind of card that he can be so smart and so manipulative that even the smartest lawyer, smartest judge can actually give him a free pass, because he, with this card, is such a smooth talker. Let's say even like us people can look at the reality of who he is. This is the kind of card that there are a lot of foolish people out there who are going to buy his story. And even with this card shows that even with Rihanna's case or any other case, he would not go to jail, and rather he would happily sit at home in his expensive mansion without even getting a single consequences to pay. Especially, rather, so much so, this card shows that even in the past, let's say, not sure if it is there in the media, but this card shows that yes, he was really bad to Rihanna, but even Rihanna would have pulled out. Let's say if Rihanna would have gone to the police and saying that, hey, he hit me and this is what he did, he should face the consequences. This is the kind of card that even in the times it was much more serious, but Rihanna, because of losing out to her own life, money, career, or like being scared for her own family, has you can say, pulled out and said that it wasn't as serious, or would have even lied to save his ass, even though she was the one who got hurt. Why? Because this card shows that he has the kind of connections and the kind of money that even though he would have hurt Rihanna, if Rihanna would have been honest, if Rihanna would have really fought for the reality of situation, he would have made sure that he ruins her life, he ruins her career, ruins his life, and rather ensures to spread such ugly rumors for her that she would have not even been the person that we know today. She would have completely vanished from the scene, and people would have been like, oh, there was this girl, very famous girl, Rihanna, and God knows where she is right now. Because he's so powerful that this card shows that not only that he would not go to jail, we can also say that Rihanna was the one and is the one that is also helping him not to go to jail, because she has pulled out. She got scared for herself, for her family, for her life, for her career, that she thought that it's not the fight that I should fight, because I would rather be the one to face so many more consequences than he should or he can, in terms of what really happened. So no, he's not going to jail, and I feel really terrible for Rihanna that she had to pull out from the seriousness of the situation and lie, even though she got really hurt through with how she got treated, cheated, and behaved by Chris Brown towards her. But poor girl, we can say my heart goes out to her with this card. But with this card, we really hope that at least if she pulled out and there were people who helped him, at least karma gets to him. Thanks for watching.